Welcome to Soul's Kitchen. This is episode 2. My name is Lisa Wilby, and I want to talk to people who are living their soul's desire and or purpose. And today I welcome Amy Murphy of Movement with Amy. Hello, Amy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for talking to me. So I just wanted to start, do you want to introduce yourself, or do you want me to just ask you questions?
I will try to lightly introduce myself.
Okay.
I'm here in Fredericton. I work for myself as a massage therapist, and that is kind of the bread and butter of the situation at this moment. So I massage like 4.5 days a week, and it's really, and that's cool. But I sort of the brand name is Movement with Amy, because I will sometimes do some private movement lessons like within my space, or I'll kind of with massage therapy, like people, they truly want the hands-on experience to be the bulk of the experience, their time shared with me, but I'll sort of just sprinkle in some movement education, or I have this massive video library, and that's like a whole other thing that I love to do too. Because that's like when you're teaching a class, it's really improvisational, but I find when I create a video, it's more like writing. Like it's kind of like I will make an outline for myself, like a rough draft, and then I'll mostly follow that. But I'm kind of surprised at how like the tension of editing a video, how much I've enjoyed that, and then how much I'm able to just be like, oh, this is perfect for this client. So how much it's really served me to have that that video library. So the evergreen, the ability to sort of reuse that stuff. But the bulk of my work currently is massage. And then I also really value a great relationship that I've had over the years with a studio in Dieppe called Pura Vida Yoga.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So that's Catherine McCracken, and we were connected through Melissa Frazier. So it's like there's all these cool lineages that bring you to places. But I taught like a workshop at Pura Vida. Let me see here, like probably close to a decade ago. And then it sort of became yoga teacher training. And then since then, so I've probably certified maybe 6 full groups of yoga teachers.
Wow.
Yeah. But right now, sort of to speed it up to date, like now I am more superimposed, like I'm the anatomy teacher. So I jump in for like a weekend or two.
Okay.
Where like a full training would be like 8 to 10 weekends. And I used to do all of that. But like my ratios have just been shifting over the years. Like if I'm massaging full time, I can't teach every weekend.
Right.
Because when I teach on the weekend, I feel incredible, like coming home on Sunday, but then I hit a wall on Wednesday.
Right.
So it's like it's like a know thyself thing. So
yes.
And then one other thing that I'm doing right now that's really super fun and quite new is I am teaching on a regular schedule at Prana.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
2 classes a week. So it's like, again, lots to discuss here, but like I've experienced burnout. I've experienced like really high quantity of work. So right now I'm doing quality.
You're doing quality. I love that you said that. So let's just go back and maybe create a timeline. Because when we first met, we were working in the restaurant industry.
Yes.
We didn't know each other very well then, but that's where we met. And then the next thing, sort of fast forward, you were I knew you were a massage therapist. I don't know when that came about.
Okay.
And then you were teaching yoga. Then you went and got certified to teach yoga. A big certification there. And we're teaching at a place that was called Nirvana. And I think that's where I started going to you regularly.
Yes.
And then, take us through the timeline of from the restaurant industry to yoga and massage. Where did that all happen?
Okay. I will do my best. It's not going to be linear, but I will do my best. Okay. So when I was at the restaurant with you, and I remember your cool tattoos and your haircut and your glasses. I remember you. Remember you well. So when I was there, I was working at a clinic almost next door. So this is like on Regent
Oh,
Street. Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
So how did that go? I was actually building my clientele, so I was supplementing with the restaurant
But
work.
you were already a massage therapist
I
at
was
that
already
point,
a
though.
massage
Okay,
therapist. So I've
cool.
been a massage therapist since 2007.
Okay.
So I trained in Fredericton, and then I very briefly worked in Fredericton, but like everyone was going out west. It was like the Great Migration. So
Okay.
multiple people in my class had jobs at this like incredible spa in Lake Louise.
Mm-hmm.
So little 19-year-old Amy like hopped a plane and got staff accommodations in the mountains, like first time seeing the Rockies.
Cool.
Yeah, like I totally remember the bus from like Calgary to Lake Louise, and just all that stuff, like the person with the sign,
Right.
and then meet the HR and that kind of thing. So I that was my first sort of high volume massage job. I wasn't there super long. I think like not quite a year, like eight or 9 months, and it was incredible. And that was fun because yeah, with if I kind of weave in the movement stuff, like running, I had sort of had like a stressful like high school life, like home life. So
Okay.
running was already my head
Okay.
shrinking. So kind of went out there with the sneakers and the Discman and the headphones and did like a lot of running in Lake Louise. But then that kind of cracked open. What did that do for me? Like, well, of course, hiking. So it was just like seeing the world, but then also when you get addicted to running, which I probably was,
Yeah.
then you
Yeah.
have to kind of do some undoing. So like the yoga came a long time ago. I was actually doing yoga like by VHS when I was like 12 years old. Because
Wow.
yeah, because I was
Okay.
also doing like cross country running at that time, and just and I'm an ex gymnast, so I kind of was just like that, like the bendy body, but then like the too hardened body. I was sort of trying to find the in
Right.
between. So the yoga came in a long time ago, but then it kind of came and went. But anyway, I yeah, worked in Lake Louise, came home for a boy, and then worked as you
Okay, I
do.
love that. Yeah.
And then I
Okay.
worked, and then that's when you would have saw me at
Okay. So movement has been in your life like a long time.
oh yeah.
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 So the
And then I
gymnast,
think
I didn't know that. I think I knew the gymnast
yeah.
part, but I don't know if I did. But gymnast, so that's making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gymnast
I
was like
love. Yeah.
age 4. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was like
Okay.
it was obvious right away. It was just like
Right on.
we have to condition this person, because I was like doing cartwheels anyway. So
Right.
so
Okay.
I got streamlined, and that was good. But yeah, when I met you, I would have been just home from Lake Louise, and then kind of
Okay.
so when you work at a spa, like it's, American clients, it's just like your
Mm-hmm.
schedule is ready made. So that was kind of great too, because right off the bat, as like a young massage therapist, I had like hands on, like 5 or 6 people a day,
Right. So you were
where you're
really
just
holding. Yeah.
yeah, and just like instead of like right now in Fredericton and in the world, like post pandemic, massage therapy is like insanely busy, where it was like a little bit more niche back then, but now like everybody, not everybody, but for the most part, like
I know what you
it's
mean. Yeah. There's like
more
an
normal to get like a
influx.
massage
Yeah.
a month,
Yeah.
a
That's
massage each
true.
month. But like back, so when you and I would have been like, when I was like, at the hostess desk, like bus and stuff,
Yeah.
like there would have been like, golf balls in my schedule of massage
Gotcha.
therapy. But then like when it rains, it pours. Like once you do get your clientele, then like right now I'm really
You're busy.
quite busy.
Yeah.
But I think at that same time when you and I met, I I started yoga teacher training at Pilates by Garda
Yes. I remember
through
that.
through
Yeah.
the who was it? It was Halifax, and they actually
Yeah.
just closed, but they did really that was a real institution. It was on Quinpool, therapeutic approach yoga.
Okay.
So they would
Yeah.
have commuted to Fredericton and taught us, and then I would have done some sort of satellite, like
Right.
go to Halifax and learn from them. And then at the same time, Nirvana was like slow, like didn't have its doors open.
Right. But you.
So yes, I had an in. So I was like teaching kind of free karma classes while I wasn't quite done my training.
Right.
And then when I was certified and the doors were properly open at Nirvana, it was like massage and teach. And there's like, yeah, lots of
Perfect.
flows like since then, but that's where it started.
Yeah. No, I remember that because I was teaching yoga for a while.
Yeah. I
And
came to
then,
your
and you
classes
came to my classes.
in
That's
the
right. I
art
remember.
gallery house.
Yeah. I was always looking for locations.
Yeah.
Back then that's what I did. I just found a location, put up a thing and said, I'm teaching a series of whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
There was,
memorable. Yeah. Super memorable. And like even those, we're lucky that we had those days. Like even having like
yeah.
you having like a newsletter. We're so lucky that we had that.
I
Like
know those.
you like the little
Yeah.
group meetup and like and you know, I
Right.
remember you always picked your aromas and it was wonderful. I remember clearly. I have distinct memories of those classes.
Well, I have distinct memories of your classes. So then I started going to your classes, and your classes were like they're amazing because you're I think because you were a massage therapist and all of this movement in your life, like you just could pinpoint a
Yeah.
movement, and it was like, oh my God. Yeah. So I want to ask about like so movement's already been in your life.
Mhm.
So why?
Why?
It's a big question.
Okay.
Like what is it about it? Like how does it, like what would your life be without movement?
Oh.
It
Yeah,
wouldn't.
I couldn't
Yeah.
do it. Yeah,
Right.
I couldn't do it. Oh, I have so much to say about that. If I don't think, if I don't think too hard and if I go like back
Okay.
in timeline, like the first word that comes to mind is beauty.
Mm.
Because of the gymnastics. Like I've
Yeah.
learned this over the years. Like you know, I probably would have stopped at like maybe age 12. But the thing with I did rhythmic. So that's
Okay.
all floor work and
Right.
apparatus. So that's like ball, ribbon, hoop, clubs.
Yeah.
I might be forgetting one in there, but it's the conditioning for rhythmic gymnastics is ballet. So it's like if I actually trace everything back, it's just like I know how my classes look the way that they do.
Right.
Because it's like because it is those like specific leg lifts, but like a lot of like the beauty with it's so visually appealing. It's healthy for you and it's like so visually appealing to have like
Yeah.
that length. So yeah, like head shrinking with just like, you know, burning calories. Like when I was super young, like I would have been in a gym for like 5 hours on a Saturday.
Wow.
And I loved it. Like I loved and
Right.
and it's just like I didn't love just like the performing and like getting ready for competition. But like I love, you know, we would walk around the gym like on point and just do like spirals with the ribbons and we had to do like I love drills. I've learned this about
Right.
myself lately like and then like fast forward I would have played rugby and things like that. But like I
Okay.
love discipline and repetition. So like, you know, spiraling the ribbon and like doing laps around the gym, like people would be like, oh, the warm up. And I'd be like, oh, the warm up. So like I literally like love
Yeah.
it all. So I guess I'm attracted to discipline because I like thinking.
Right.
I have a lot of patience for repetition. So and then if I still keep like bringing it back to gymnastics and there's been a ton, like a lot of, I can see the influence since then. Cause then it's like the Pilates and the bada.
Right.
But the beauty, the discipline, the repetition, and then also choreography is in there too. And music is in there too. Cause I would have been like the younger girl in the gym. And then I was like, you know, it was like much music and like whatever was cool. Like, so get these like, you know, we'd be warming up to the Spice Girls. And then like when you're actually making a routine, like someone choreographed it, but then you have to like move it to the music. So it was kind of all of the things. And like, I have 5 siblings. So I had like a very psychotic house.
Okay. Right. So
that's yeah. So but there was always music. So it was like dad had a massive like record collection, like slightly older brother, like he fed me the cool music. The older gymnast fed me the cool music and I was like, give me all you got.
Give it. Yeah. So what I'm hearing is like, so I'm just thinking like this movement, it was like grounding you. It was
yes,
kind of
yes,
moving you through your life.
Mm-hmm.
and keeping you kind of, I don't know, connected maybe to
Mhm.
something. Does that make any
Yeah,
does that
it does.
resonate? Like,
And yeah, it does resonate, and maybe even just, like, safety and routine, like, with gymnastics,
right.
it's a place to go, it's something to do. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
also like
grounding.
how you inspire others. Like I'm thinking movement because one of the things and one of the reasons I wanted to do yoga or study yoga is because when I got older, I wanted to be able to move. I want to be able,
Yeah,
for me, it was like you want to be able to sit down, stand up, lay down, and get up kind of
yeah,
thing. Like those were because I've seen a lot of elderly people not really being able to move.
yeah.
And that's what yoga did for me to connect me to, okay, I want to be able to just do the simple things like go for a walk without pain or whatever. So for a lot of people, it's not like you're like a movement expert, but what do you see with people? Like, do you see those things like when you're massaging people or teaching people a movement where they might be tight somewhere, like to help them unlock? Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm asking?
Oh, yeah,
Kind
I
of,
know what you're asking
yeah.
because it's sort of like, part of why, s slight ego, but just honest, part of why you and other people like my classes is because I'm secretly doing all the things that you need from a
Yes.
massage
Yeah.
therapist perspective.
Yes.
I'm not really laying it out that way, or I often don't really give, the full education or the reason why you're doing something. I'm doing a little bit more of that now, but it's just like I just know that we don't have our arms overhead
Yeah.
often enough. Like,
Right.
but to get somebody's arms over their head to
There's a
get
few
someone,
things you have to
yeah,
do. Yeah.
there are things that you have to do. So it's just like you have to move in the direction of comfort. So it's like if you want to open your chest, you have to kind of like slouch purposefully first. So that's sort of what I've like,
Right.
yeah, just like go, don't like crack things open right away. So that's like, because basically what we all need is to put our arms over our head more often, and
Hmm.
to stand up more often, and like squeeze our butts more often. So it's like a lot of,
Right.
yeah, a lot of the classes are not, the classes that I teach, like you don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm like,
But there's a method to
yeah,
your madness, for lack
there's a
of a better
method to the
word.
madness, and there's like really specific integrity so that you are able to, yeah, continuously move through your life. So it's not always, it's pretty, and the beauty trails through it, and like the sequence matters, but it's kind of like yeah, sneaky therapy for sure. It's like, because I'm a
Well,
massage therapist first, so it's like it really
yeah.
it always comes from that.
Well, I always felt that in your classes, like you know the body so well, and like these little tweaking, these little movements that
Mm,
you would do, it would just like make such a huge difference. So,
mhm.
so the importance of movement, of course, it's important. So, how, like, what do you think? What would you say to inspire someone to move more,
um well, what would I say?
or how would
uh
you? What would you do to
well,
encourage? I mean, obviously, people need to move. I see it too because
yeah,
I know I don't have as an extensive background as you, but I know that we need to move our
yeah.
bodies so that when we get to 80 we can still move.
Yeah, I feel like, seem a little bit like left field from what I was like saying earlier about the art and the sequencing and what have you, but really, leave your car in the driveway more often.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, take
yeah,
this,
like
all those simple things.
yeah, totally. And even for myself right now, like I like my movement practice is like a 2 kilometer run and then some squats on the sidewalk.
Okay, I was going to
Like,
say, like, one of my
yeah,
questions was take us through a day in the
yeah.
life of Amy Murphy.
It's a lot of
A
walking.
lot of
Like, it is
walking.
a lot
Okay.
of walking. So it's just like if I have time to, it's just like, yeah, that's mine. It's just like it's a ton of walking. If I can leave the car in the driveway, if I can, whatever I'm doing, if I can do it
Right.
with a backpack, you don't have to be like a total hero, but that's really, you
That's
know,
it.
yeah, that's it. Like, yeah,
So it can be
that's a
simple because walking,
mhm.
so walking, so you hear that because as I get older, I used to be a runner. I can't run anymore. So walking is something. So what is it about walking? It's just so simple. Well,
Mm.
why is it so
So
good?
so vertical is really what it is. Like, it's just like
Okay.
a lot of it is like the, yeah, the anti-sitting, just like Opening up.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of it's that, honestly,
Okay.
like space in the front of the body. There's lots of ways to
Mm.
really actually, in yoga teacher training, we spend the first day on standing and walking. So there are a lot of ways to get more out of your walking. So like walking straight up, well, it's great for thinking too, but like just walking without thinking about it, without thinking about how you're moving, is still you'll still get something from it.
Right.
You're still like getting taller and that kind of thing. So there's little things, look a little higher, look at the horizon or a
Right.
little bit above it. But there's lots of opportunity within it to little I won't like demo or that kind of thing,
No,
but
no.
yeah, like every footstep, there's kind of an opportunity to lengthen your Achilles. So like that, the thin
Right.
tendon, yeah, and that's once that part of your body like hardens or stiffens, it's like it's hard. Like having healthy ankles.
Yeah.
It's that. It's like bottom up,
Yeah,
bottom
exactly.
up. Yeah, yeah,
Bottom up.
yes,
Oh, that's
yeah,
so
bottom up,
cool. Okay,
bottom up.
I like that.
Yeah. So if that part of you is like flexible or awake, the benefits sort of transcend upward. So it's like for me, it's it's about like leading with the ball of your foot and then landing
Mhm.
your heel. So and that comes into the ballet a little bit too, but it
Mhm.
looks kind of silly. And like when I first like ball of foot and then your heel, ball of foot, heel,
Yeah.
ball of foot, heel. If you do walk that way, you're always utilizing your arches and you're like giving that opportunity to
Right.
like front of body, back of body, front of body, back of body. So yeah, just like
Mm.
getting that piece of you moving will kind of reverberate up into healthier knees and hips and that kind of thing. So I just
Okay.
think it's good.
That's
But yeah, air, like we
and
just
I was
fresh
just
air,
it's funny you say that. I was just
thinking,
gonna say breathing.
yeah, breathing.
Giving yourself space to, like you said, breathe and then think. Because I
Yes.
think now we don't have that. And people are too connected as we are on our computer devices
Oh
now, but
yeah. Yeah.
phones, and it's really true, eh? Like we have to get, yeah,
Yeah. Look,
outside.
yeah, look up, look out.
It
Yeah.
saddens me when I go out for a walk and I see people walking and they're looking at their phone while they're
I
walking. I'm just
know.
like, why
I
are you doing
know.
that?
And their
Yeah,
beautiful necks, it's just like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah,
Terrible.
awesome. So I'm
Yeah.
really like, one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you, because I've known you for a while, but just you're looking at your life. There's the movement has been like a thread, and here
Yeah.
you are. I mean, it's the way you kind of make your living, right?
Hmm.
Like, did you and you kind of, I don't know if you did that on purpose or if it's just something you just always had to do. So you just worked it out so that you could do what you love, like massage, teaching yoga, movement.
Yeah.
It's like, did that take a lot of courage, or did you just say, this is what I'm doing, and you just
This is
made it
what
work?
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely like some risk taking involved, but
Yeah.
I don't know, I always just kind of felt like I had something to offer and kind of felt, yeah, like
Yeah.
I felt like I still like tons and tons of financial risks. But I
Right.
always knew, oh, well, yeah, I always knew, I just like, I knew that I was in love. Like, I just like I just love the body so much. Like
And oh yeah,
I
that's
just,
amazing.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, but also in a practical sort of like economical way, so like I have stepped away from massage for a couple of years and then tried to just make a go of the yoga thing.
Right.
And that was exhausting. Like selling
Mm.
yourself is exhausting. So
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of allowed myself to like come and go, to get a job, to be an entrepreneur. I guess what I'm saying with that is I'm grateful and like lucky, if you will, for the whole massage thing. So I'm like lucky that I did that for myself because I've got this billable thing that I can come and go from
Right.
and people want. With yoga, it's just like you have to do the other side of it. So it's
Right.
just like
Yeah.
you need to find somebody who's like interested, and they have to meet you halfway. And really with
Right.
massage, you want people to meet you halfway as well. But yoga is like a harder sell, if you will.
Hmm.
So that has so yeah, I've definitely had the struggle with that, but I've always yeah, really believed in what I've taught. I have not like swayed to what's popular. Like I just keep to
Right.
like I want people to move slowly and I want them to move well and
With
with
intention.
integrity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't gone trendy with any of my
No.
movement things. Just I've
Yeah.
really taught what I think can like, it's
I think
medicine. It's like,
that's
yeah,
really good.
it's like
Like
here's the
yoga.
soup. Yeah.
Here's the ingredients for the soup. Well,
Yeah.
very interesting that you say that because
Oh,
the
the
name of the full
soup.
toss is called Soul's Kitchen.
Yeah.
And so I kind of want to find what's cooking in people's souls. And so like
Yeah.
so that's your recipe. So basically we're
Yes, exactly. It's just
yeah,
like
I love it. And it's
like to
simple. It
yes, it's
doesn't
like
have to
tomato
be
soup is like so good,
right.
but then the minestrone, like I'm minestrone. I'm just like
You're a minister.
I'm
Okay, I love that.
I'm giving you beans.
You're given and all of the things that makes it work. Like so the movement, like the
But it's
breathing,
pretty and it
and
smells
it's
good. Yeah,
yes,
Yeah.
and it's good for
And
you.
it's good for
And then
you.
the benefits last a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Okay.
Yeah. The benefits. Yes,
Yes.
longevity with the
Yeah. Well,
minestrone.
the movement,
Yeah.
like eat the
Yeah.
minestrone, like, and yeah, be
Yeah.
able to sit down and get up and lay
Yeah.
down or whatever it is that you want to move with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, I've never felt I've always felt that it was like a worthwhile project, even if there were
Yes, it
times that I
is.
felt like I was pulling teeth. It was still a worthwhile project.
And like you say,
Yeah.
you kind of took a break from the massage, tried the yoga thing, but now you're kind of back with massage,
Yeah.
doing a little bit of yoga.
Yeah.
I saw your website, so you've got your videos on your website. I mean,
Yeah.
it's and I think for anyone, you want to tell people how to find you and what
Yeah.
they might find on your website.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's movementwithamy.com.
Hmm.
So there I have a subscription of like with a pretty big bank of videos. There's close to
Right.
80 now, and they're like specific, like the stuff that I'm in love
Okay.
with, like spend
Right.
some time with just your shoulder, spend some time with just your
Mm,
hip, and then integrate it. And so yeah,
yeah.
a wide variety of videos. That's a subscription, and then I have got two others that are one's called 30 Days to Fluid Movement, and
Ooh, I love that.
that's pretty cool. So that was super fun to make because that was just like a huge arc of a
Oh,
sequence. So it's 30 videos. It's kind of 10, 10, 10, if I'm remembering correctly. I think
okay.
I build up in the first 10, I build up. So super intentional. First 10 videos, I'm building up to like overhead squat, if I remember correctly.
Ooh,
Um, then I'm moving into, I believe it was like sort of reverse table type stuff. And then kind of
right.
going all the way to wheel, which is a really big back
Right.
bend.
Oh,
But like
wow.
it's kind of like supportive and it's really cool. There's a lot
To
of
get you to there.
to
That
get you
sounds like
there.
a really good minestrone soup.
Yes, it
Like
is.
the
It
elite
is. It's like
version.
mixing and then like let it
Yeah.
simmer, let it sit, mix it
Oh my
up, let it simmer,
God.
walk away from it. It's good.
Come back to
Yeah,
it.
so a
Oh,
couple of things there. Some
I
free
love
stuff
it.
too. Because
Yeah.
like yeah, I'm into that. So but I have
Okay.
over the years I've had like anyway, Movement with Amy and movementwithamy.com. There's also my Instagram has a whole bunch.
A
It's
bunch of stuff.
under the same
Yes.
name. It's got some underscores in there, but that's got a lot of like short videos.
Okay.
That are not necessarily instructed, but they're just, food for thought.
Right.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry.
Love it. No, it's good.
Get that
Like,
metaphor.
and none of this is
Um,
intentional. This
yeah,
just came about. But
I know,
yes,
I love it.
I meant the food talk. It's true
Yeah,
though.
totally. But there's like anyway, there's more where that came from, but like the platform that I use is Vimeo, which is like
Okay.
just clean professional. It's prettier than YouTube, but I probably have some old YouTube channels that are also chock full of
Right.
free stuff. But yeah,
Okay.
I like making videos.
That's
I'm not camera shy.
well, it's like you say, it's you're writing
Yes.
video, you're writing your movement. So you can't
Mhm.
write movement, but you're videoing your movement. So it's
Mhm.
like a, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like a video
Yeah.
log. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a
And
meld of the things because with when you're teaching live,
yeah,
it's like straight up, yeah, that's that improv, but then like you can use tweezers when you're editing and be like, yeah, just to
right.
pick out certain I don't know. And I liked
That's really
editing more
cool
than I thought that I would.
that you
Don't
would.
have the
Yeah.
time that I used to make videos, but when I was into it, I was like, yeah, this is fun.
So is your massage, like, are you taking on new clients or are you full?
I'm full.
You're full. Okay.
I'm
But you're
full.
teaching 2 classes at Prana, which is
Prana.
a new yoga studio, which is nice
Yeah,
to see more yoga studios coming
it
back to
is.
Fredericton, because there was a while there where we had lots,
Yeah,
and then they all, I don't know what happened. There wasn't
pandemic.
any. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Except,
So
or yeah,
it's
they were kind of, yeah, a little bit more niche,
people
or kind of
were,
just
yeah,
hanging on, and then it doesn't. And that's the thing. Like, yeah, that's
this is
the
true, the
honesty with
pandemic.
this. It doesn't
Yeah.
take much to knock out a yoga studio. They're a little vulnerable,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Right.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But you're teaching,
But
so that's great. I
yes,
want to come and check out a
yeah,
class then.
come
That'd
check it
be
out.
awesome. Oh yeah.
Yes, and there's good variety, anyway, good variety at that studio, and it's, yeah, it's just we knew that they're like, it's a nice comeback.
Oh,
It's a
good.
good place for soft place for people to land.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
So movement with Amy. Amy, thank you so much. I
Thank you.
really loved talking to you about all of your recipes for your soul. Yeah, your soul's work. It's amazing. I've been, I look forward to more, and maybe we'll talk another time.
Sounds
Who knows?
awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you, Amy.
I'd love to. Thanks,
All right.
Lisa.
Okay. Have a great
See ya.
day.
You too.
See ya. Okay. It's still there?
Mhm.
Okay. I think, whoops. And we